lecture series of C programming. In today's class, we are going to see about how the compilation and linking process is done in the C program. The last class, we have seen how the structure of the C program is there. So the main important structures are we should have an header files and main functions. So inside the main function, we should have a declaration and executable part. So this is the in this section you are going to see about how the compilation and linking process is done. So what is a compilation means? The process of compiling the source code into the object code is called it as a compilation. So it is done with the help of the compiler. So the compiler is a translator. It gets the input as a source code. It can be written in any programming languages that can be converted into the object code. So in between that conversion, we should need more number of translators like compiler. The translators are preprocessor, compiler, assembler, loader and linkers. These are all the translator we should need to convert our source program into the object code. So this is the pictorial representation of how our source program is converted into the executable code. First, the source code. Suppose consider our C program. So the source program in the form of .c that will given into the preprocessor. So the preprocessor get the source code and add some important files and into the source code and produce output as a preprocessed source code. So what is that means? The function of preprocessor are it include if any macro is needed, macro definition is needed, and also if it include the header files and also the conditional compilation also done in the C program. So these are all the things is done by the preprocessor. So the preprocessor directives is shows the what is a preprocessor directive means the hash. So whenever the system see the hash symbol, it is a preprocessor directive. So the necessary documents are included in the C program. So the output of the preprocessor is a preprocessed source code that is given into the compiler. So the compiler convert that preprocessed program into the assembly code. So for that we need that several number of phases, that is a several number of translators is also need that for the compilation. So first is the lexical analyzer and syntax analyzer, semantic analyzer, intermediate code generation, then code optimization and code generation. So the output of the compiler is a assembler. So that assembly code that assembly code is given into the assembler, that is converted into my object code into the executable code. That is a object that is an object code that can be given into the linker. The linker link the libraries into the code, it will produce an executable code. So finally the loader load the corresponding program into the operating system. So this is the way how the compilation and linking is done. So this diagram shows that so what are all the files we are giving into each translator, how it will be converted. So the C program means the extension is .c. So the output of the preprocessor is extension is the file name .i. So that is given into the compiler. That is the compiler produces the assembly code. So the output, the assembly code is in the form of file name .s. So that assembly code is given into the assembler. That assembler is converted into the object code, that is the file name as extension of .opg, and that will given into the linker. So linker links several library files and produces the executable code in the form of file name .exe. So finally that executable code is loaded into the loader and produces the and do the execution. So this is the flow diagram. Based upon the flow diagram, the conversions of each translator convert into the object file source code into the object code. So now I hope that you will understand how the compilation and linking and loading is done in the C program. So for that we need the 4 translators. One is a preprocessor, other one is a compiler, other one is a assembler, then loader and linker. For every translator we have an input and output, that it is in the form of extension of some file names. So finally we have an executable file. So the loader load that executable file into the operating system for the execution. I hope you will understand that how that program is converted into the object code and finally it is loaded. Thank you.